Daddy got the money-making machine.
I brought 3 of my amps, and I've got a 50-watt late 70s JMP combo from Marshall. I've got 2 tween amps. One's a 1955 and the other one's a 1961, and they all sound great.
So back in the day, nobody in the States had cheap $30 voltage transformers from China, so not very many of them made it over. They sound to me halfway between a Vox and a Marshall. Vox non-top boosted AC30 clone, copied down to the last screw and solder joint, including the design flaws. No ventilation in this thing, just like a real old AC30. You can cook toast. This is a little homemade treble booster modeled after the Dallas Rangemaster OC44 germanium transistors in it. And that's why Top Boost came in later. These are dark sounding amps and they need something to lift up the treble a little bit. This is a Vox AC30. And on this one he's playing through a real Dallas Rangemaster that this is the clone of. Metal panel, small box, 50-watt Marshall. Just missed the Plexi era by that much. This is a Gibson Explorer amp, probably 65, 66. Dr. Z Monza amp. Let's see if we can add a new amp for Dr. Z. Yeah, this is one of his newer models.
So I just bought the Marshall 18-watt chassis and just tweaked and tweaked and tweaked until I got an amp that I liked and everybody else wanted it. So on the bottom of the feet on the side, and that is so that when you carry them, it's a little more efficient. I always like, you just walk it. You know what I mean? It just goes right along your side. You just do whatever you want to do. It's kind of our own little thing. We put them on the sides, and if you want them on the top, you can have them on the top. But
they'll laugh at you when they put it on there.
That's right. And cuss you a few times. This is actually Tommy Shepard made this thing. This amp right here is what we call a special. We've got 2 versions of this. We got one that's around 50 watts that you don't go anywhere near. This one here is where we backed it down a bit. We actually lowered the B+. You can use EL34s or 6V6s with the amp, and she's a basic simple tone stack. She's got a vibrato circuit that is actually part of your bias. So if you hit the guitar hard, it'll actually cut the vibrato in and out depending on your playing. Or you can switch it in or out with the switch.
This is
Bogner Ecstasy. He started making these amps in '93. By '93, he made about 100 of them, a little over 100 of these models. This is the 100B. He's got a plexi mode.
Anyway, this is just a simple amp. It's a Goodsell out of Atlanta, and it's more of a blues amp, I guess. Anyway, there's the Goodsell amp.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to use the matchless much. I played it a couple times now.
The schematic on the internet and get used parts on eBay and old organ parts and match them up to the size amp I want. Build me a copy. Yeah, Jimmy and laid it out and printed out on the laser printer and ironed it onto PC board and then used 2 parts hydrogen peroxide from Walmart and 1 part concrete cleaner from Lowe's and etched the PC board, drilled the holes, put the parts in it, and made the cabinet in my woodworking shop and covered it. And there it is.
It looks just like that.
This particular head is a 66 100-watt PA head. This particular PA head, back in this time frame, they were running KT66 power tubes.
The PA head is how many channels is that?
Well, it's got 4 different inputs, I guess.
Does it have a level control for each input?
Yeah, it's got extra knobs on it. Loudness 1 through 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
4 inputs, and then high and low for each channel.
Oh, I see. I see now. Okay. That's cool.
And you can see the cut. The chassis size is the same for the 100 watt. You can see the cutout of the box goes out farther to accommodate the. So here's the EL34. This particular head is a tremolo head. I don't have the foot switch with it.
Forgot about this one.
Not too well grounded. 2 words you should know, motherfucker.